Why ain't the Earth dropped out of orbit yet? Or why ain't the Earth spinning slower due to the weight that is now carrying? Or is the Earth even spinning for real anyway? You can't even explain what it is that I'm questioning.
Yeah, nothing of it is explained. Nothing about it is explainable.
Nothing. It's not one
Nothing.
person. It's not one thing in the Bible that's tangible in reality. Not one thing. In fact, it's more believable that aliens actually do exist than God actually existing. Why? Because the Bible states that aliens are part of the world of reality. And the main alien is God from Ezekiel. Ezekiel explains these things to everybody, text for text, word for word. He described what we call angels. He described what they look like, detail for detail, and yet everything about it describes what we call aliens or non-humanoid things. But yet we still choose to be in our ignorant bliss state purposely. We're subconsciously willing to be oblivious. And again, it's like that's why I want to have these conversations, because if we can understand the psychology behind why people just gotta believe in stuff just for the sake of believing in stuff, then we probably can get to the bottom of why religion is a thing and why people choose to be that afraid of their own imagination. Like, what's the purpose of being afraid of your own imagination to that degree? To that degree, like, you haven't met your imagination, but you believe in your imagination that wholeheartedly that you can't even tell me why you believe in it. That's the funny thing about everything. Yeah. Great conversation.
Great conversation. Had me back on both of your shows. I wish I could have you on mine, but mine's a sports talk show. You don't talk sports.
Yeah, I don't know too much about sports. I don't mind coming on here to talk, but a lot of it can't be about sports. I don't mind. I'll look up and stuff. You give me something to look up, and I'll research it. Do what it is and get my opinions on it, and I come on the show and talk to you about it. And I listen to your show. It's cool. You just yeah, I listen to it when you sent it to me. I'll close out with again, people. I'm not denouncing God. I'm not even denouncing what you believe in. Again, I don't care about it enough to denounce it to that degree. I care about more so understanding why one would choose to believe, even though they're reading the same thing I'm reading. I'm more intrigued with your certainty on the matter. Like, what is it that is so certain that this is what it is? And if you do decide to read the book, the Bible, don't read it trying to look for something. Don't read it trying to interpret something, trying to just read it. Just read it. Don't if you don't know something, look up the definition of a word. I don't think that's trying to metaphor something. That's not trying to. That's how you gain better understanding on what it is that you're reading. You know what the word means. So just look up the word if you don't mean it. Don't decipher, because that's how you get stuck with separate religions. That's how you get stuck with wanting to believe something versus choosing to know that it is actually true or not. all written right there, written right there, all right there. Even in the New Testament, people don't like to use the Old Testament no more because the New Testament supposedly override all the rules of
Yeah,
the
it's
Old
supposedly the
Testament.
new law.
Even Jesus said he's saying one thing, one mode saying, don't believe what that Moses cat said. Like, don't come to me about what Moses said. Like, I'm saying what I'm saying now. But at the same time, he still says govern unto your government. It's like, come on, man. Like, both of y'all playing. All three of y'all playing, and that devil is your main top. He's employee of the
Thank
month.
you, Donnie, for having me on.
Until next episode of Can a Job Believe? Think, people. Think. Think.